From silent break-ins to strangers secretly living inside homes, these stories will keep you on edge.
It's just a peaceful night here. Get ready to go to bed myself. What the is that? What? Oh, God!
On June 23rd, 2024, in Tennessee, a woman home alone with her child contacted the emergency services after noticing a man trying to enter her house. When he couldn't break open the door, he used another crazy tactic, broke the window, and entered the house. Fortunately, police arrived in time and caught him in the act. The woman and her son were found safely hiding in a closet. As for the man's motives, they remain unclear. Last scream. This woman definitely wouldn't have slept if she knew what was about to happen. A shadowy figure suddenly appeared on CCTV while she was sleeping, grabbed the woman, and dragged her out of the room. The door shuts behind her, but the real creepy part is, no one heard from her again. What do you think happened in that house? Tell me in the comments below. Early morning intruder. This video shows investigation footage released after a woman reported a home invasion. She explained that while she was asleep, she felt something touch her legs. When she got up and screamed, she saw a man running out of the room. The police checked the CCTV footage and found the suspect roaming around the house as if he owned it. His face was not identified, but netizens found it very creepy and terrifying for a random person to roam around your house in the middle of the night. Inside Watcher. A home surveillance camera captured something truly unsettling. A man silently watching a Chicago couple as they slept, completely unaware. The footage, though blurry, clearly showed an intruder standing upstairs. The couple was horrified when they saw it and immediately reported the incident to local police. While the intruder's face couldn't be identified, let's hope they find him before he shows up somewhere else.
No news, no arrest, no resolution.
Papa.
What'd you see?
Dear Papa.
What?
Papa.
It started with an adorable moment, a mother recording her son. But the video took a sudden shift when the little boy saw something in the dark and waved at it, calling out, "Paw, paw."
What?
Papa.
Lucy?
Hi.
She ran towards him, and the video ended there. Later, she revealed that her son might have seen his grandpa who passed away 2 months ago. He used to call him by that name, and she believes he's still around, watching over them in his own quiet way. Unwelcomed guest. In 2015, a home invasion occurred in broad daylight in California. The moment the house owner realized someone had broken in and wasn't planning to leave, she quickly hid herself and the kids in a bathroom and then screamed that she had already called the police. And, well, it worked. Intruders ran away in a hurry and everyone was safe.
She is my angel. She came and protected my child, and I'm so thankful to her. It's very upsetting and scary for the whole family.
Women on ring bell.
Jake!
When 2 robbers broke into her house, the lady didn't waste any time and called her husband through the Ring doorbell. You can see how she is in shock and her voice is trembling.
What's going on?
Call the police!
Call the police?
Please!
What happened?
Thankfully, the police arrived on time, arrested those intruders, and everyone was safe. Though her act of grabbing her dog before the kids is quite questionable, I believe she did the right thing coming out of the house and then asking help for her kids. What's your take on this? Let me know in the comments below.
What happened?
I was in the bath. I thought you were home. Someone brought her back to where these 2 guys walked in. I begged them not to hurt the kids.
Spooky shadow.
The dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Get ready to go to bed myself. What the is that? What? Oh, God!
Just as this woman was about to sleep, she noticed her dog acting strangely. Restless and alert, Moments later, a dark, shadowy figure peeked at her from one of the room and creeped her out. What's scarier is that she had already posted a few TikTok videos about strange events in the house, but never took them seriously. Her neighbors had warned her too, but she didn't believe any of it. Until that moment. Creep walking in.
Hello. Hi. How are you, sir? Who are you? Everybody in the house, how are you? Goodbye, you.
Not every knock at the door brings good news. One evening, a man rang the bell of a house and, without saying a word, walked right in, as if he belonged there. The homeowner, clearly confused, asked what he wanted, but the man stayed silent. When asked to leave, he grew aggressive and started banging on the door from outside. The banging continued for some time until the creep went back. Dear child. A woman living alone began experiencing strange occurrences in her home, enough to make her reach out to paranormal investigators. When the team arrived, they witnessed something chilling, a ghostly figure of a young girl, her face hidden behind long hair, silently waving at them. Later, they discovered the house had a dark history. It was the same place where a disturbing sacrifice had happened, and these were the consequences the poor house owners had to bear.
Mira, algo le salió por atrás. Algo le salió por atrás.
Sleep interference. This guy was taking a nap on his couch when a loud bang echoed through the house out of nowhere. He immediately woke up and looked around, trying to find the cause. Though he couldn't see it, the cameras capture the creaking opening of the door. It was deliberate and forceful, as if someone, or something, wanted him awake. Whatever it was, it made sure the guy realized his presence. Bald man. A homeowner in Pittsburgh was hearing weird sounds coming from his attic. He didn't know what it was, until one day he decided to install the security cameras, and this is what he witnessed. A bald man coming into his attic through a hole. He called the police, and when the officers arrived, they searched the area. To everyone's surprise, that hole connected 3 neighboring houses as well. This whole situation got really messed up. However, he was arrested later on, and everything turned out to be fine. Midnight mess. While sleeping peacefully, this guy suddenly felt like he wasn't alone. He turned on his flashlight and froze. Right there on his bed was a giant, hairy, spider-like creature crawling toward him, making strange, unsettling sounds. Without wasting a second, he jumped up and ran out of the room. This happened in Indonesia, and surprisingly, others around the town have claimed to see the same thing. Well, I guess I'm double locking my doors tonight. Poltergeist and demon.
Oh.
It is said that the faces you see in your sleep are not real, and rather belong to the entities that lived beyond the realm of living. In this video, this man woke up from his sleep after he heard a bang. The cabinet's door opened on their own, and there was no trace of anyone being there. People who saw the video called it a poltergeist in act. But what do you believe? Let me know in the comments below.
It's so weird. It's like I could hear it. I'm going outside.
Girl in attic. When police responded to a late-night call about a woman, they expected a routine check, but what they encountered was far from ordinary. They entered the house and sensed the danger. A girl was in the attic, and she was growling like an animal, and even threw objects at them. Her face never showed clearly in the footage, but her inhuman behavior said more than enough. Somehow, the officers managed to capture her, but what really happened to her was never known by anyone.
Chodź, misiu. Nie patrz jak świnia, kurwa. Chodź. Chodź tu, kurwo.
Playing room. A woman was home alone late at night when a ball came rolling towards her, and other toys also started moving on their own. She even entered the room, tried to examine everything, but there was no clue and nothing to show. There was someone. That moment shocked the mother to her core. She packed her bag and left immediately, hoping that the strange spirit might leave them alone. Moving drawers. This woman bought a dresser at an antique auction. The very next morning, something strange happened. Watch closely. She woke up to find the drawers opening and closing on their own, as if an invisible force were playing with them. The lady who sold it told her that it had belonged to her late mother. Now it makes me wonder, could the spirit of her mother really be inside the dresser? What's your take on it? Let me know in the comments below. Haunted house. A famous YouTuber decided to explore an abandoned house just down her alley. She was filming everything until she heard a voice. It was faint, but clear enough to freeze her in place. The moment she tried to run, something made sure she couldn't. The entity began throwing things and did some eerie whispers. This whole situation left her horrified, and the video abruptly ends there. What happened next remains a mystery, but let's hope she got out of there safely.
Right, I'm coming back to the stairs. Hell.
Midnight stranger. This house owner kept getting the ring notifications that someone was standing outside his front door. Wondering who it might be, he got up to check, but what he saw terrified him. An eerie and mysterious figure dressed in all white was walking in his backyard. When he shared the video on Twitter, he explained that it might be his wife, who had passed away recently. But let's be real, that looks more like a Fresno crawler to me. What do you say? Doll room. This guy went to a famous museum to see this creepy collection, but instead encountered something really terrifying. When he pans the camera towards a mirror, he captures a shadowy figure passing by behind him. According to locals, a man with special needs used to live in that mansion with these dolls and used to talk to them all the time. Many believe that those dolls were either cursed or haunted, and later caused his demise. Do you think this story is legit? Drop a comment below. Shadow behind curtains. He had just come home only to notice something strange inside. He felt someone standing close and then heard a faint whisper telling him to leave the place. He moved around to see if someone was there. Just then he saw a blurry, shadowy figure lurking behind the bathroom curtains. And what was meant to be a quiet night quickly turned into a chilling encounter he won't be forget anytime soon.
I'm alone too. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Scary peeker. She thought it was just her imagination, but this girl had been feeling uneasy for weeks, like she was constantly being watched. Then one day she had enough. She grabbed her phone and recorded every nook of her house. That's when this creep was captured. Seeing who's been living with her, the girl wasted no time and left the apartment, which was the most sensible thing to do. Playful visitor. While the family was asleep, they had no idea that there's a ghost at play. The things kept moving for some time, until the mother woke up. She noticed the tiny bear moving on its own. And when she was sure that it was just her thoughts, she grabbed her kids and left, giving the eerie spurt no chance to invade their privacy again. Broken glass. There's a superstition that says breaking glass is the first step when a ghost wants to possess a house, and after seeing this footage, I believe it too. This family was watching TV when something truly strange happened. A glass behind them suddenly shattered into pieces by an unknown force, and it was all recorded on their surveillance camera. At first, he thought something had simply fallen on the glass, but when he re-watched the video, he was shocked to see that it happened on its own. Creeper caught on camera. This homeowner had been noticing random things going missing for weeks. At first, he thought he was just being forgetful, until it became too frequent to ignore. So, he installed hidden cameras around the house. What he caught on video shocked him. He recorded man casually walking out of his kitchen window, wearing his bathrobe. The next day, he contacted the police, and the man was taken into custody. Terrifying encounter. What was meant to be a fresh start quickly turned into something worse. A couple had just moved into a new house, unaware of what was waiting for them. Strange sounds became a part of their daily life. But one day, the man decided to go down to the basement to find out what was causing them. He heard a dog barking from down there. But the creepy part is that they didn't own a dog. Moments later, he felt something rushing toward him from the dark staircase. That is when he ran for his life. What happened after that? No one knows.
Hello? Oh my God!
Secret room. This family was over the moon when they discovered a hidden room in their home. They peeked inside and found that, even though it was abandoned, the space was fully furnished, with all the essentials for someone to live there. Soon, they discovered the reason. A creepy man was living in the empty room. How he had entered and what he was doing inside was never known. The family sealed the room shut once again. Dancing orb. This recording was shared by a woman on TikTok. One day, she was randomly watching CCTV footage of her dining area and found this. A strange glowing orb moving around without any pattern. It left her confused, so she asked the netizens for their opinions. While some called it extraterrestrial presence, others were more on the camera glitch sides. What's your take on this? Hello there. In 2020, this man named Win started posting something creepy about his new dream home on his Instagram account. One day, when he was home alone working, he witnessed something very odd. But little did he know that it was just the beginning of what was coming forward. With every passing day, something new and even creepy happened. Until one day, when things got out of hand. While working, he suddenly heard a loud bang on his window.
This door keeps banging.
But when he went out to check, there was no one. But then it started again.
Voice. Nobody's there.
And the video abruptly ended there, leaving the viewers curious about what happened next. Unexpected encounter.
What's it?
No.
These guys were chilling around trying a TikTok challenge when something mysterious happened. He heard a rattling sound from the other room, and just when he panned the camera, they saw something unexpected. The door suddenly opened, and the iron stand fell on the floor itself. This left both of them terrified and forced them to rush out of the door.
Look. Look, let me out.
Drink the soup. If you rank this video as the most unsettling footage of the list, then it would not be wrong. The recording starts with a man eating a bowl of soup with a big spoon, accompanied by two mascots standing behind him, seemingly trying to comfort him, but he starts crying quietly. Because this is not that simple. The weird part is, no more details about this video were shared, and maybe that's exactly what makes it so disturbing. The netizens suggested that this clip came from the dark web, and that soup might not be normal. Scary peek. This girl visited her family's countryside cottage. Late at night, when she was recording a video of herself, something bizarre caught the viewer's attention. Now, if you look closely, it seemed like that figure just touched her, right? And with that, the video abruptly ends. Netizens' views were divided. Many speculated that her behavior was unusual and believed that she was possessed, while the others weren't so sure. Staircase runner. Walking up the stairs alone at night is creepy enough. But for this girl, it turned into something unforgettable. She was heading out at night when the elevator stopped working, so she had no choice but to take the stairs. Halfway through, a dark, shadowy figure appeared out of nowhere, and it seemed to walk through the hallway. The girl saw it all and went back to her apartment with the intention of not leaving soon. Midnight activity. This video is from India, a man who moved into a new apartment with his family and wanted to start anew, but little did he know what turn his life was about to take. Every night after they fall asleep, they hear weird noises coming from outside. And when they check, everything would be scattered on the floor. After enduring it for days, he decided to install cameras, and then he captured this. This whole thing terrified him a lot, and he decided to leave that apartment as soon as he could. Creepy crawler. This unsettling video was captured by a man in India, outside an abandoned palace, being shut for over a decade. Soon after the reopening, locals began reporting strange activity every night. They'd complain about strange noise, and sometimes even heard someone crying under the sky. But things escalated when this man recorded something no one expected. A woman, dressed oddly with disheveled hair, crawling up a pillar toward the first floor. The sight left netizens deeply disturbed, and many said they'd think twice before visiting that palace again. Scream. This girl living in a hostel was doing her laundry when she realized someone was looking at her. When she checked out to look who it was, she found no one. But then again, she felt as if someone was there. Only after a moment did she hear a voice. And it was something she couldn't explain. A humanoid figure screaming and watching her with wide eyes open. She rushed to check on it, but that thing wasn't there anymore. Maybe it was just a warning for her to leave that place immediately. Otherwise, things could get worse. Burger burglar. In broad daylight, this man came up with a clever plan to break into a house without being noticed. He used a device to switch off the home's Wi-Fi, hoping it would disable the security system. But unfortunately for him, the cameras were still rolling. The entire act was caught on tape, and not long after, he was caught by the police too. Safe to say, that plan didn't really work out. Who's there? This man was home alone when he suddenly heard footsteps coming from the first floor. Thinking it might be an intruder, he began recording and went upstairs to check. But what he saw was something he couldn't explain. The door slowly creaked open, and a strange figure peeked out, something that looked almost like a doll, but not quite. It even gave him a chilling smile. Without a second thought, he ran downstairs straight to a friend's place, and never came back. Shadow Stalker.
But it's inside now. Tap it on the window out. There.
Yeah.
This video went viral after a woman noticed something strange at her neighbor's house. and decided to start filming. What she caught on camera was chilling. A dark shadow suddenly appeared in the window, standing completely still, as if watching her. But just seconds later, that same figure vanished, only to reappear in the next window. The clip shook viewers online. Some believed it was just a hoax, while others demanded to know where the house was located. Whatever it was, it definitely didn't look like something natural.
Bottom window. Bottom window.
On and off. A bizarre moment was captured on surveillance footage when a blurry, shadow-like figure resembling a young boy moved quietly through the room. The figure appeared for only a few seconds before it disappeared again. Although the incident was unusual in itself, the strangest part was the sudden burst of bright light that surfaced as the shadow vanished, almost as if it had come from another world and returned just as quickly. This clip not only terrified the homeowner, but also left netizens scared after they watched it. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This woman had just moved into a new apartment with her young daughter, but something about the place was off. Her child couldn't sleep and kept saying there was someone in the room. One day, the girl pointed at the closet and whispered that someone was inside. When the mom checked, there was nothing, just a mannequin. She reassured her daughter and stepped away, but the girl wouldn't stop staring. Moments later, the mannequin suddenly shifted and collapsed. That was enough. She packed up and left immediately. Later, she confirmed they were both safe and staying at a friend's place.